Hello everyone, welcome to session 14 of Software Testing Made Easy course. In this video session, we are going to continue with the live project, that is part 7 of the live project, where I am going to share and explain a test case template which we are going to use for creating the test cases in the upcoming sessions, guys. So far, what did we cover as part of this independent software testing live project? As part of this independent software testing live project, we are in which session? Part 7 session, right? So far, what did I cover as part of this independent software testing live project? Let me explain. So to get started, in the step 1, the previous sessions, guys, in the step 1, I explained how the project begins, right? Once the project begins, we went to the step 2, guys. Step 2 explained how to explore application and understand it, right? This is step 2. And while you explore the application and understand it, you got some doubts. I explained how to clear them with the client. Now, after exploring the application, after the project begins and after exploring the application and understanding it completely, even by clearing your doubts, right? Then we went to step 3. As part of step 3, I explained how to create a test plan. Okay, how to plan your upcoming testing activities. I explained as part of this session. Previous sessions only, guys. I covered all these things in the previous sessions. Step #4. Once we completed this test plan, okay, once we completed this test plan, I explained you how to create the, I showed you and explained how to create the test scenarios in a practical way. I explained, right, in the previous sessions. Now, guys, the next step will be the next step. After all the steps, after the project begins, exploring the application and understanding is, after creating the test plan, after creating the test scenarios, the next step will be test cases, guys. Okay, we need to create the test cases. So before we start creating the test cases for different functionalities in the application, what I want to do is, in this session, in the current session, I'm going to explain about how to use a test cases template. Okay, without starting creating the test case inside this test case template, I will showcase this test case template for you and help you in understanding what are different columns available in the test case template, what type of data we need to fill. All those things I will explain as part of this test cases template, case. This current session is all about test case template, understanding the test case template. Now let's get started in a practical way. So let's go to this notes. Here you see, guys, you don't have to create the test case template from scratch. I already created the template. Okay, we are going to download this template and I'm going to explain all the columns that are available in the template. Okay, so that you can understand the test case template well. So here is the test case template. We need to download this, guys. Download this. The test case template will be downloaded. Go to the folder. You see, uh, we have this test case template downloaded, guys. So what we can do is, before actually helping you in understanding, right? What I will do is I will change the name, guys. Okay, I'll change the name of this template. So what should be the name of this template, guys? So similar to other files in the previous sessions, I explained about these test scenarios. So here client name hyphen test scenarios is there. In the one of the previous sessions, I explained about the test plan. Here client name hyphen test plan. Test plan is there. Okay, so it should not be document, it should be test plan. Okay, client hyphen test plan, client hyphen test scenario. Similarly, here also we'll say the client name hyphen, what is this? Test cases. So we are getting started with the test cases, guys. So this is the template. We just now downloaded the template. Let's open the template and I'll explain all the things that are available in the template. So guys, we'll come to this section later, guys. Okay, this section will come later. Before that, we'll go to the main topic, that is understanding the test case template. There are several columns, you see, right? There are several columns in this template. So one of the column name is test case ID, then test scenario, requirement ID, test case title, prerequisites, test steps, test data, expected result, actual result. Then we have priority, result, okay, client feedback. All these columns are available here, right? So So in order to understand these columns of this test case template, we need to take one example, guys. Okay, we need to write a single test case here. Okay, in order to understand this template, we need to write a single test case. The first test case that we are going to write as part of this session, right? As part of this course. Okay, this is the first test case I am going to write with an intention of explaining you the columns. Okay, what is the meaning of this column? To make you understand that we have to write this test case, guys. So which test case we can write? So for that, what we'll do is in the previous session, guys, in the previous session we created the test scenarios, right? Let's open the test scenarios document. So it will open, guys. It has not opened. Yeah, it has opened now. So this is the test scenarios document we have created in the previous session. If you come to the first test scenario ts underscore 001. This test scenario is all about verify the working of register account functionality. So we'll start with the first test scenario. We'll create test cases for this test scenario. To get started, we'll create the first test case of this test scenario. For this test scenario, we can create multiple test cases. You see, number of test cases means this for the single test scenario, we can create multiple test cases, guys. Okay. So, so let's start creating the test cases for this first scenario. So in this session, I'll create only one test case for this test register account functionality. In the next session, we'll create all the test cases for this register account. Okay. Only in this session, just for understanding the test case template, we'll be creating the first scenario of this first test case of this register account scenario. Fine. Fine. Let's go to our template. This is a test case template, right? So the first test case, what should be the ID, guys? I'll give the short form TC, guys. TC stands for what, guys? TC stands for test case 001. Test case 001 is the first test case. So centerline it. Okay. Then test scenario. Test scenario. What is the test scenario that we are going to write the thing for? The test scenario is this particular test case we are going to write for which test scenario? The first test scenario TS001, which is all about register account functionality. So here I'll write uh, register account. Okay, register account, and on the top we can write the ID of this test scenario TS underscore 001. We can put this in a bracket, guys. Okay, this is a test scenario for which okay, you can organize any way your wish. Okay, so TS underscore 001 for test scenario one, which is all about register account functionality, right? This test scenario is all about register account. So we have to mention the test scenario like this. You can mention in your own way, guys. This is easily understandable, so I mentioned like this. Then we have to provide the after providing the test scenario reference for this particular test case that you are going to write, we have to provide the reference for the requirement ID requirement also. So in our in this live project, guys, in this live project, this is a independent software testing live project, part 7 we are in, right? In this first live project, the client has not given any BRS document or requirement document, guys. Okay, client has not shared any document with you. Client has given only the application URL. So if the client has given a BRS document or requirement document for you and ask you to understand it and start creating the test case and all the stuff, then here we can provide the some requirement ID. Okay, from where we can get the requirement ID? Once the client gives that BRS document or requirement document that we call, then we'll spend some time in tracking or deriving or taking out all the requirements, collecting all the requirements from that requirement document, guys, and we'll assign some IDs to that each and every requirement we have collected from the requirement document. But in this case, in this live project, guys, whatever the live project I have taken now, the client has not given any BRS document for us. Okay, here it is not applicable, guys. So I'll be I'll be explaining one more live project for you guys, which is an end-to-end live project that will come later. So first we'll start with the normal live project, independent software testing live project. In this case, the client has not provided the BRS document or requirement document, but in the next live project, client will give you the BRS document, guys. Okay, the way we work there will be different, guys. In that next live project, it will be different from this live project. Okay, so here we have to provide not applicable because client has not given any BRS document. So fine. So like this requirement ID will be not applicable for everything, right? So instead of having this extra column, right, it will take a lot of space for you, right? Anyhow, you are mentioning not applicable and it's not applicable for this project. So what is the need of providing this not applicable here? Simply right click and delete, guys. Okay. For the next live project, we can use this as a column, but in this live project, this is not required, guys. So I deleted the column as it is not applicable for our current live project, independent software testing live project, where the client has only given the application URL for testing, not any requirement document. So here, test case ID we have given. You understood, right? What is test case ID? Here we can create hundreds of test cases. Okay. And for each and every test case, we are going to assign some ID, guys, some unique ID. TC, if TC001 is there for the first test case, for the second test case, it will be TC underscore 002, guys. TC underscore 003, TC underscore 004, and so on, guys. Okay. That's the first test case ID. Second thing will be the scenario. So here, as I explained, here multiple scenarios are there in this test scenarios document, right? For each and every scenario, we have to create good number of test cases, right? So while creating the test cases, we have to refer to which test scenario this particular test case is written for. Okay, for a single test scenario, multiple test cases we can return. So we have to provide the test associated test scenario reference, then test case title. So here we need to provide the title of the test case, guys. But before writing the title and any other details, guys, we have not actually decided about any particular test case, right? We have not decided about writing any particular test case now. So in order to do that, what we'll do is, so this is a mind map, guys. We have created, if you remember, while exploring the application and understanding, right? We have created this mind map where we actually stored, okay, have noted down all the functional areas of the application. Okay, all the functionalities of the application we have noted down. Similarly, we'll create one more mind map, guys, which is which will be related to this registration test scenarios. Okay, to create the test cases for the register account test scenario, we have to create another mind map. So file, new, select any mind map and select any template and say okay. So a new mind map is being created, and here I'll give the topic as which test scenario, guys? Register account functionality, right? For register account, we need to ideate the test cases. Okay, for this register account we need to ideate test cases. So before writing the test cases, we need to ideate it. So for ideating it, let's go to the application also, register account application, functionality of the application. So here I'll browse this tutorialsninja.com/demo and we'll go to the register. So we'll go to the register account functionality of the application. And so by looking at this, can you ideate some test cases? One of the test case I can see is that here, this particular register account has some mandatory fields and non-mandatory fields also. So the first test case I want to write is a register account by providing only mandatory fields like this. Okay. We need to register an account. We need to provide only the mandatory fields and register, create an account. Okay. That's the first test case I want to write. Other test case I will get is, next test case is all the details we have to provide to create the account. Okay, by providing all the fields. Okay, by providing all the fields, we need to create the account. Similarly, you can think of anything. We'll try to create an account without providing any fields, by not providing any fields. Okay, you will not provide any field also. Okay, single field also you'll not enter and try to create. What will happen? Like that, guys, multiple test cases we'll get, guys. Okay, so here for register account we can get up to like more than 20 plus test cases. Here only 3 test cases I have written, because in this session I'm not going to focus on creating the test cases for the all the test cases for the register account. In the next session we will do that, but in this session we have to take at least one test case idea so that we can write a test case here, guys. Okay, that's the main thing. So for that, we edited, for now at a high level we edited the main 3 scenarios. So we'll go with the first scenario, first test case. Main 3 test cases we created, and we'll go with the first test case by providing only mandatory fields. For this idea, we'll create a test case. Okay, so here, verify registering an account. Okay, verify registering an account by providing only the mandatory fields, like this, guys. Okay, so this is the title, guys. This is the title. You have to wrap it, guys. You see this particular text is going outside this particular cell, so we need to select these options first and then say wrap. So it will be there here. Okay, and it will be aligned properly. You see these options are center aligned properly. This is also center aligned properly, but this one should be left side. Okay, top and left. this is top and this is left. And then we have to wrap it so that you don't have to put it like that again. Okay, you don't have to do this. So you want to decide this size only. So let's put it like this. Okay, verify registering an account by providing only the mandatory fields. Only by filling the mandatory fields, we are going to register an account or create an account. So for this particular test case, what are the prerequisites? In order to create an account or register an account only by providing the mandatory fields, what should be the prerequisite? What should we do before starting testing the test case? Okay, what we have to do is we have to open the application URL. Okay, what is application URL? This is the application URL. Open the application URL in any browser. Like this, we have to write this is a prerequisite, guys. Okay, this is a prerequisite. I'll also make it somewhat big, and I will wrap it, guys, and also I will align it properly. Okay, so here this is a prerequisite, guys. Okay, for this particular test case, this is a prerequisite. First thing that we have to do before writing this, like before going to this register account pages, first we have to open the application, right? Once the application is open, then only you can do something. Now we'll write the test steps, guys. Once the application is opened like this, once you open the application, let's say in the Chrome browser, I opened this tutorialsninja.com/demo application. Then what we have to do here, actual action items should be written, guys. Okay, the actual action items for testing this particular test, okay, test case need to be written here. How to write that? Select this, guys, and write, say, first step. We have to write the test steps, guys. This is called the test steps. See, test case title is what exactly the test case is all about. Okay, the name of the test case, you can say test case name or test case title, you can call. So what this test case is all about is mentioned here, or some people will call test case description or something. Okay, test case ID, test case description. Some people will say title, some people will say test case name. Okay, you can. There are many templates, guys. Okay, in the market, we have to, if someone will ask in the interviews or something, right, you have to stick to one thing, like test case ID, test scenario, test case title, like that. Okay, fine. Some people will also ask what are the different columns that you will have in your test case document. Then also you have to say test case ID, test scenario, reference, and test case title, prerequisites. Okay, then test steps, like that you can mention, guys. Okay, so one dot, the first step we are writing, guys, the action items after this application is opened as per the prerequisite. What we have to do here, one dot, we have to write, we have to first click on this my account drop menu, right? First we have to click on this my account drop down menu. So here I will write click on, as it is we have to write, guys. Okay, click on which drop menu? My account drop menu. So in the single quote I will write my account. Just to emphasize it, I will write in the single quote. In the single quotes we have written my account. What is my account? It's a drop menu. Drop menu, that one we have to write here. Done. Okay, this is the first step. Now here we need to write the second step. So when I have done with the first step, if I press enter, sorry, when I am done with the first step, if I press enter, you see I cannot write the second step inside the same cell, guys. Okay, when I press enter, you are taken to the new cell, guys. Again, when you press enter, you are taken to the new cell like this. Okay, this is not the correct way. So what we have to do for that, guys, select this one here, and here double click here at the end of the first step and say alt enter. Press alt enter, guys. Okay, press alt enter. Now say two dot. So for two dot, after clicking on this, you will get this register option, right? Then what I will say, I will select this, click on this register option, I will say. Okay, click on register option, like this. Click on register option, select this. When you click on that, what will happen? You will be taken to the register account page. Okay, you will be taken to the register account page. So once you click on the register option, you can write an expected result here. Expected result, one of the expected result you can write, guys, that is here I'll write. What is the expected result? The expected result here is, I'll say one dot. Okay, when you click on this, when you click on the register option, user should be taken to, okay, user should be taken to which page? Register account page. So when you perform this action, this should happen, right? What should happen should be written under the expected result, guys. So here I'll provide a reference for ER1. Okay, ER-1, I'll say ER1 means expected result 1. Here also as a short form I'll mention ER, guys, so that you'll understand. Okay, ER means expected result. So when you click on the register option, you need to check this expected result. You have to, while testing, you have to check this expected result, guys. Again wrap and say this thing done. Now done. Okay, now next thing, next step, alt enter. Third step, After you go to the register account, what we have to give? We have to fill only the mandatory fields here: first name, last name, email, telephone, password. These are the mandatory fields, right? So I'll say Arun here Moturi. I'll give some email address, guys. AB Moturi 1 at the rate gmail.com. Some unique email address I am giving and some phone number I am giving. And I'll give some password 12345 12345, some dummy password. And then so here everything I am filling, guys. Okay, all the mandatory fields: first name is a mandatory, last name is a mandatory, email is a mandatory, telephone is a mandatory, password is a mandatory, password confirm is also mandatory, and this is also mandatory, guys, but star is missing here. That's an issue. Maybe we can check with the client, okay, whether this is an issue or not. Fine. For now, we'll only fill the mandatory fields like this. And what we have to do after, so we have to write the step here, right? We have to fill the mandatory fields. We need to okay, enter the details the into mandatory fields only. Mandatory fields only, like that. You have to provide the bracket and say what are the different mandatory fields we have here. First name, okay, first name, then last name. Give the field names properly, guys. Okay, first name comma last name comma e hyphen mail comma then telephone comma then we have password comma then we have password confirm. Okay, password confirm, and then we have this privacy policy and privacy policy. These are the mandatory fields I feel, right? So enter the details into the mandatory fields. Enter the new account details. So you should not be providing existing account details, guys. Okay, enter the new account details into the mandatory fields only. So here all these details are like new account details. I entered only into the mandatory fields. And what next? After entering the new account details into the mandatory fields from starting from first name, last name, here for privacy policy, we can do one thing, guys. We can either mention like this, or you can write a separate step also. Select the checkbox. Okay, you can write this step also if you want. Alt enter. Select the privacy policy checkbox option. So here we have to be very clear, guys, while writing the test cases, right? When you are providing some names, after that you have to mention what exactly that is. My account is a drop menu. Register is an option. Okay, these are all fields. Here you are mentioning fields. Privacy policy. What is privacy policy? Privacy policy checkbox option. Like that you have to clearly mention. Okay, name followed by the what type of UI element that is. Now after selecting this, after entering the mandatory fields and after selecting this privacy policy, we need to click on the continue button, right? For that we can write like click on continue button. Click on continue button. Okay, click on continue button. You see here, I am not only mentioning the name of the button, but also I have to mention the button here. Specifically, I have to mention button. So when you click on continue button, what will happen? You see, the account has been created. So here expected result is the same thing, guys. Okay, we have to write the expected result here. Second expected result is account should be, okay. First of all, thing is like in order to see this page, we got logged in. You see, without your notice, you got logged in. When you simply say continue, right? You got already successfully logged in. So user should get logged in. Account, new account should be created, or account should be created, and the user should be taken to, and user should be and taken to, account should be created and taken to which page? What is this page, guys? Can you by looking at this page, can you say which page you are in? This is account success page, guys. You see, account success page, account success page, taken to account success page. So here we can mention, when you click on this, we have to verify ER2, ER-2, like this. Okay, you should get logged in. Account should be created and taken to account success page. So this will be enough, guys. This will be enough if you want. But if you still want to continue, right? We can verify these details and we can click on this continue also. Okay. So here, what we can do is, along with this, also check the account success page details. Now the next step 6. Here we need to click after checking this page details, all this heading and details, right? Then we need to click on the continue button. Click on continue button in the account. If you want to be elaborate, okay, why you are writing continue button twice, click on continue button in the which page account success. You can put in single quotes if you want. We have to say page, account success page, done. Okay, here third step we'll write. Here when you click on after 6 step also we'll get an expected result, guys. ER3, we'll write the ER3. So what is that ER3? Third expected result, what can it be? Let me show you. When you click on this continue button, you are taken to which page? Account page. So user should be navigated or taken to which page? Account page. That's it, guys. This is the expected results. So these are the action items. These are the expected results. Test steps means action items. Okay. Expected result means when you perform these action items, what should happen? Okay. We have to verify this thing. As a tester, we need to check whether when you perform these actions, these things are happening or not. That is expected result. Hope you are Hope you are understanding, guys. Getting a feel of what exactly the test case fields are all about, right? So one more field is missing here. That is test data, right? So here for this particular thing, this is a new account, guys. If you have to log in with an existing account, right, then you can provide the test data as the login credentials here. But this is a new account, so everyone can create a new account. There we don't have to store any test data, so it is not applicable for now. In the next sessions when I will be creating more test cases, right, I'll show you where exactly we need to we need to provide the test data. Okay, how exactly we need to provide the test data, I will explain while creating more test cases in the next sessions. Okay, for now for this particular test case there is no test data, guys, so I cannot show you how to write the test data here, because here new account details means anything can be a new account. Okay, so there's no specific thing or specific data that can be provided as a new account, so we can leave it like this, not applicable. So hope you understood the fields up to here. So actual result, I will not be filling the actual result right now, because when I'm actually testing the particular test case using these action items which are provided in the test steps, then the real thing that you are actually experiencing on the application page, right, that is the actual result. Okay, so if the actual result is matching with the expected result, the actual result is matching with the expected result, then the test case will pass it. Okay, we'll pass the test case, we'll mention it as pass. Okay, if this actual result that we are going to fill while testing this particular test case is matching with the expected result, then the result is pass. This particular test case has passed, like that. Okay, successfully passed. Now, but if in case while you're testing the application using this particular test case by following these action items mentioned in the test steps, if you experience something where you are getting some actual results which are different from the expected results, if these are different from the expected results, in that case it will be fail, guys. Okay, you'll fail the test case, you'll fail the test case. Actually is not matching with expected, then fail. This is the expected behavior. If you are getting some other behavior, then fail it, like that. Okay, either pass or fail, we'll write it here. So all these things, guys, we don't have to fill right away. Okay, even priority also I don't want to prioritize right now. Priority 1, priority 2, priority 3, priority 4, like that. I don't want to prioritize p1, p2, p3, p4. I don't want to prioritize right now, because only one test case is available. Okay, once we get a good number of test cases, guys, I'll start prioritizing the test cases also. So we'll keep this columns blank for now. Okay, this actual result, priority and result things blank for now. Anyhow, actual and result should be updated while testing the test case, and priority I will update once we have good number of test cases, right? Then we'll update the priority. Okay, fine. So maybe we can look at the priority at the end also. Okay, no need to hurry up. Fine. Client feedback. So once you create good amount of test cases, guys, maybe the functional wise or all the test cases you completed in this particular test case document, then you will be sending this particular test case having all the test cases written for review of the client. Okay, for taking the feedback from the client, we need to send this test cases document having all the test cases written. Okay, then the client will review the test cases written by you, and if he has any updations, or if he has any other things he need to mention to you, okay, regarding these test cases. If you want to give any suggestions, or if you want to mention that whatever you have written is wrong or right or wrong, okay, and he may give some improvisations to the test cases, you may be missing some test cases also. A lot of things may be there, guys, okay. So in that case, guys, we have to send this particular test case document to the client, guys. So here we'll get the client feedback. So once you share this particular test case to the client will write his comments here about regarding this test case. Client will write the feedback here. Based on this feedback, we need to either update the test case or create more test cases or improvise the test case or correct the test case, whatever it is. Fine. That is a that is the purpose of this column, guys. For now, it's client feedback. Fine. So anyhow, hope you understood all the different columns of the test case template, guys. And before moving forward, there is one more tab here. Like this particular template has this version history tab where we can write the project name. What is the project name, guys, for this? Whatever the test case we are writing, for which project? The project is nothing but this tutorials Ninja web application is a project, guys. So we'll be writing the same thing. Tutorials Ninja web application. Okay, this is the project. So prepared by whom? This particular test case is being prepared by whom? Which company is creating that? Let's say I'm the tester. I am working for some so and so company known as Solitic. Okay, Solitic. Let's say Solitic. So we can write that company name here as Solitic here, and the brackets. I'll write my name and I'll mention my designation, test lead. Okay. So I am a test lead. My name is Arun Moturi. I am working for this company known as Solitic. I am creating this test case like that. Version number is initially the version number is 1.0, guys, right? Initially the version number will be uh, version 1.0 will be the version number. Okay, this is the first version. So here for the first version, so what did we do? We created all test cases, let's say. Okay, all test cases. Let's say you have sent this particular version to the client for his review. Okay, for the client you have sent this particular test case document having all the test cases written for his review, and the client has given you some feedback. Client has asked you to update the few of the test cases as a feedback. Then what you will do, you will work on this version 1.0 having all the created test cases and update them accordingly, and you will name this updated test case document as a version 2.0. After updating all the feedback given by the client, right, according to the feedback given by the client, after you update all the test cases as mentioned or given feedback by the client, right, then you will give the next version as version 2.0. Here you will say updated according to client feedback. Like this we'll write the comments, guys. Okay, so what is the difference between version 1.0 and 2.0? In the 1.0 only test cases, initial test cases were created, and in 2.0 we have updated this original test cases with the client feedback according to the client feedback. Then let's say tomorrow some new functionality has been added to the application. Okay, let's say some new let's say one of the let's say a new payment gateway like net banking has been added to this particular application. At present, as we already explored the application, right, only cash on delivery payment gateway is available here. Apart from that, no other payment gateway, like you don't have any net banking, credit card, debit card in this application. So let's say tomorrow when the client has decided to add more functionality to this application, right, he has added some net banking functionality. In that case, the net banking will be a new feature for us, right? So we can say added test cases for the new feature, that is net banking, like this. Like this, guys, whatever the changes you are doing to the test case, you can keep on adding the test case and changing the versions, guys. Okay, so the versions will keep on changing. This is known as version history. Okay, here version number or version history, whatever you can call. Okay, so like this, guys, this is a test, one of the test case template I have, and there are several type of test case templates on the online. So this one I feel comfortable and easily understandable, so I have explained using this particular template. Fine. So fine, guys, this is all about the test cases template. So here only one test case we have written. In the next session, we will continue with the remaining. We'll continue creating more test cases for the same register account test scenario. Here only one test case is written for this test scenario register account. In the next session we'll be creating more than 20 test cases for this single test scenario, guys. Okay, you will see how we can do that in the next session only, guys. So that's it, guys. Hope you understood this session. See you in the next session, guys. Thank you. Bye.